Alexander Volkanovski defended his featherweight title after dominating the Korean Zombie at UFC 273 in what seemed like a better performance than any he'd given before, just like he said he'd do.
You know, I said that's what I was going to do. You know, I'm showing everyone, I told you all week that I'm going to show them on another level. I'm raising the bar each time, and you've seen that. You know what I mean? You've seen that, you know, a lot of these guys can't touch me. So, I don't think anyone's ever done that to Zombie. Not like that. So it just shows you that I am on another level. And again, next time I get in there, I'm going to be better again.
Chan Sung Jung stepped up for the challenge after Volk's original opponent, the former champ Max Holloway, pulled out with an injury. While the South Korean was the replacement, the longtime contender knew it would be him having to adjust and not the champ.
I'm not sure what Volkanovski is going to bring into the octagon because he's been changing his style according to his opponent. For example, when he faced Jose Aldo, he wrestled, and then against Ortega, he showed a lot of his striking. So the fight will depend on what he offers up on April 9th.
Volkanovski was well aware of the dangers his new opponent would bring, and how a win over him and not Holloway would still add to his claim as being the best featherweight of all time.
Obviously, as soon as we found out about the injury and it had to be someone, there was a few guys on the list and he was one of them. He's obviously done a lot in this division. He's been around for a long time. He's been at the top of the division for a long time. So it's a fight I've always wanted. I've kept my eye on him, you know, ever since I've been in the UFC. This opportunity come forward and I'm happy. This is definitely a legacy fight because, again, you know, I've faced most legends and he is one of the legends of the division. But you know, I'm going to have to do my thing Saturday night, and you know, obviously I'm on my way of being a legend of this division. So that's what's going to happen, man. It's my time.
The Zombie earned his second attempt at the featherweight title via a 17-6 record, and he'd been dreaming of this moment for a long time. But Volkanovski was riding high, and nothing was going to stop him putting on a show.
Jacksonville, fire up! Hey, we putting it on. We're going to war. And you're gonna see greatness. Let's go!
The champ looked as great as ever with superior speed, accuracy, and variety. The Zombie needed to be one of those fast zombies from Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later, but the champ made him look like one of those slow, shuffling George A. Romero zombies, and it could have been stopped much sooner.
That's why I said, I think in the fourth, like we start, I go, you right, bro? Like, you wanna keep doing this, man? Like, I don't wanna keep doing this to you, but because obviously the boys are telling me we're pouring it on, and I was like, please just stop before I do this. But I had to do it. So the ref, I think Herb knew he was looking for. As soon as he eats a couple, I'm going to stop it. And that's exactly what he did. So I'm glad he did it because I want him going home healthy to his family.
What's next for the champ is likely a third and final fight with Max Holloway. But Volkanovski has options, and he's not a patient man. If this division doesn't want to sort itself out and they're all going to sit back and wait for then fine. I'll move up and fight lightweight. And Volk, fighting for the lightweight title, could be a real showstopper. The informed Charles Oliveira has a fight scheduled for this May, his second defense of the title against the former interim champ Justin Gaethje. And Volk could give the winner some real problems. While he is short in stature, Volkanovski started his undefeated UFC career at lightweight and reportedly struggles with the weight cut to feather. So it's likely he's headed up at some stage, and it sounds like it could be sooner rather than later. Aljamain Sterling beat Petr Yan in their rematch to unify the bantamweight title in a far less controversial fashion than the last time. While Yan was disqualified in the first meeting due to an illegal knee, Sterling won this bout via a razor-thin split decision. In the second and third rounds, Sterling dominated with superior grappling and back control. The fourth and fifth were all one-way traffic for Yan, who battered the gassed Sterling. That meant it all came down to the first round, which could have gone either way.
Still a lackluster performance on my end, and I just hold myself to a really high standard, and I know I'm capable of a lot more than that. Giving up that fourth round the way I did and giving up the back control when I had the hooks in and kind of just jumped the gun. A little sloppy. That should have been a 4-round sweep. And Yan is a tough dude. You know, he made some adjustments. He capitalized on my mistakes where I made them. And
Yesterday,
Among those who thought Jan had won were Petr Yan, of course. He claimed he took 4 of the 5 rounds and called for an unlikely immediate rematch. But joining Jan was the UFC president Dana White, who was typically open about his thoughts on the scorecards. "I thought the judges blew that one," said White at the post-fight presser. "I had it 3-2 for Jan. I don't know how you guys scored it. It's all in however you score that first round." And in the fight of the night, and possibly year, the 11th-ranked Khamzat Chimaev stepped up to outbrawl the number 2, former title contender Gilbert Burns. He just couldn't get the stoppage he promised.
I was too excited to knock him out. I was like, say to everybody all week, knock him out, don't knock him out. I tried to knock him out. That was wrong for me from the beginning.
It was an absolute slobber knocker, with both men getting rocked and bloody. It was also non-stop, with practically 0 downtime, and Chimaev seemed surprised that Burns was able to keep up.
The guy was tough. I didn't accept that, it would be like that. But from first second to last second, I had to try to finish him, Next time, I'm gonna work a little bit smarter, and gotta smash somebody.
It didn't take long for Chimaev to start calling people out to smash. "Who is next?" he tweeted to Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, and Leon Edwards. It's unlikely that Usman will take the fight, not because he's afraid, but because it's likely that he'll face his rightful next contender. That man is Leon Edwards, who Chimaev also called out. With 10 straight fights without a loss since a decision to Usman in 2015, Edwards is the most deserved of a title fight, so he'll also say no. But Chimaev looks like he really wants to test his gas tank because he called out the stamina machine Colby Covington. And there's a lot of people who want to see Covington smashed. So why not let them fight? Aside from Chimaev and Burns both winning a bonus $50K for their fight of the night, Alexander Volkanovski scored an extra $50K for his masterclass, as did the heavyweight Alexei Olenek, who racked up his 60th pro win, and with a scarf hold of all things in the first round. In other MMA news, Zico Makengele claimed the EFC welterweight title with a 3rd-round knockout of African MMA legend Martin van Staden. And the former featherweight champ Iga Cabeza became the number 1 contender with a 1st-round rear naked choke of Ashley Calvert. Thanks for watching. And remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.